Hey, my name is James McFarland, and we are getting ready to look at some assessment artifacts. So, when looking at educational assessments, it is the systematic process of documenting and using empirical data on the knowledge, the skills, the attitudes, and the beliefs to refine programs and improve student learning. Assessments help facilitate learning, measure student achievement, improve instructional methods, assist in allocating resources for administrators, and help evaluate the effectiveness of educational programs. Now, as we look at assessment measurements, we also have to remember that assessment starts with standards. And when we look into those standards, we have to look at the validity and also the reliability. So when we look at the reliability, it's the stability of the test scores. So questions that arise whenever you're looking at reliability is, can it reliably be replicated? If not, it may not be an accurate measurement. Okay. So also when we look at validity, we have to look at the interpretation, the use, and the consequence of the actual assessment. Not all tests are used in context. For example, a test to measure a teacher's ability to teach would not be an appropriate predictor of performance in a grad school. Okay, so we're going to look at a couple of the assessment types. Now, the first assessment type that we're going to look at um, or discuss is diagnostics. And diagnostics is assessing a student's strengths, weaknesses, knowledge, and skills prior to instruction. Next, we going to look at formative type of assessment, which assesses a student's performance during instruction and readily occurs throughout the instruction process. Next is summative, and it's a measurement of a student's achievement at the end of instruction. Norm referenced assessment compares the student's performance against national or other norm or normal groups. Criterion referenced, it measures a student's performance against standard goals and specific objectives. Interim slash benchmarks. This evaluates, well, this is an evaluation of a student's performance at a periodic interval, usually at the end of a grading period. Next, we're going to get into the question types that are associated with assessments or whenever you're assessing students. First is multiple choice, which is basically a select response. Usually it's four choices, or it could be more. We're very familiar with that. Then we have the constructive response. This is a one-part question where the student elaborates, writing a given graphic response. Um, Technology enhanced is the utilization of technology to funnel the student's learning. Performance task. This is more than one correct response. It requires a constructive response. Usually it's a performed demonstration or a product creation. Okay. So next we're going to look at the delivery methods. So we have three delivery methods. There are pen and paper, which is basically your brick and mortar form. You have your online computers, which we're readily using now um, with virtual learning classrooms or alert environments. And also we have adaptive testing. And adaptive testing is algorithm um, that assesses a student's performance based on a sequence of right or wrong answers, dramatically generating questions based upon previous responses. Okay, so next we will have our scoring methods, which is our human scoring and our automated scoring. So with human scoring, it's basically a person actually assessing it themselves. Constructive responses, constructed response items still require human scoring. Um, but automation scoring basically is your artificial intelligence scoring. Recent advancements have made possible to automatically score aspects of grammar, usage, mechanics, spelling, vocabulary, um, and many other types of constructed responses. Um, and that's it. Thank you.